Hi guys. I'm gonna be doing some test taking strategies today, and we're gonna see how it goes. So, go to bed on time. Go to bed earlier, even. It's important that your brain has had a good night's sleep so you can easily focus on that test. Put a few number 2 pencils with erasers in your backpack. That is very important because a lot of times you can forget your pencils, lose your pencils, and so on, and then you won't be able to write. You'll have to ask the teacher. That'll disrupt other students, and that will cause a big frustration. Solve family and friend problems before taking the test. That's important too, guys. If you are worrying about whether your friend is still your friend, that you're gonna think about it the whole time, and you're gonna really waste your whole time when you should have been working on your test. Talk to your parents, maybe friends, teachers even, about any concerns that you might have about the test. You don't want to hold all that in and just be thinking about it and be nervous, and you just gotta be really determined that you can get this test and get an A. The morning of testing, start your day as you always do. Eat a good breakfast. Think of what you will do to relax after you get home from school. And I don't like that one because, in fact, if you are thinking about what you're going to do after school, I'm going to go four-wheeling after school. I'm going to ride my Segway. I'm going to do this. I'm going to ride the lawnmower. I'm going to go out with friends. That's not good. You're going to be thinking of it the whole time you have during the test, and you're going to waste your whole time. Eat a good breakfast. You really want to make sure you aren't hungry during the test, so that you won't be worried about worried about what am I going to eat for lunch. I'm so hungry. Ding ding, the bells have rung, and you wasted your whole time on that. And again, guys, think positive. Don't think I'm going to fail this test. Think I will get an A on this test. It'll really encourage you to do better on the test. Multiple choice questions. If you don't understand the directions, ask for help. Read the questions and all answer choices before marking anything. Pace yourself. Don't spend too much time on any one question. Do your best and then move on. We'll talk about the process of elimination next, and that is very important when taking a test. Answer the easiest questions first, but be sure to go back to those questions you skipped. And what I think that maybe if you don't know a problem, you do it once, redo it, think about it, but don't waste too much time. And if you really can't get it, slap a sticky note on that page and move on. Multiple choice questions. Do not change your answers unless you are very uncertain about your first answer choice. Try to answer every question. Make the most intelligent guess that you can. Here we go. Process of elimination, guys. Here we go. Basically, after you have been through all of your questions once, go back and find some questions you have some knowledge about and eliminate choices that you know aren't the right answer. A lot of times this works for students when they're during the question. Excuse me. Like if they were wondering, let me think here. Is this question B or C or A or D? Make sure I know C isn't the answer. I know A isn't the answer. That leaves us with B and D. You have a 50-50 chance for getting that question right, and if you still can't figure it out at that point, just make an intelligent guess and move on. Again, if you can answer 2 wrong answers, your chances of choosing the right answer is greater. 50-50 chance. If it is a 4-question problem you have and you eliminate 2, you have a 50-50 chance for getting that answer right. Answer questions, guys. You guys gotta answer questions. Or, excuse me, guys. It says answering questions, but you guys gotta ask questions. you really don't want to guess blindly. Honestly, guys, if you don't know the answer, ask a teacher. Because a lot of times your friend will have the exact same question, and you will help save them from asking a question. Maybe they're the shy ones. Who knows? Maybe they just don't want to ask. But that is very important that you ask questions. Skip, return, and check. If you finish early, check to make sure you have answered all questions. Again, guys, put a sticky note down and come back if you can't get it. Keywords. This works good if one of the problems has a passage and you read the passage and it asks you for a definition of a certain word. A lot of times you can really read the sentence that the word was used in, and it'll help you find the correct answer. Or maybe there's some keywords or phrases too. Are we communicating? Make sure you understand what the question is asking. Be sure you are responding to the question that is being asked. Again, guys, make sure you understand what the question is asking. Is it asking this or this? Oh, wait. Read it a couple times. Oh, now I know what this says. Reading passages. If the test requires you to read a passage and then answer questions about what you read the questions first. When you do this, guys, you know what you are looking for, and it also helps you go way faster on the tests. When there are several questions about a reading passage or chart, look for clues in other questions that will help you with those items in which you are unsure. Math computation. When using scratch paper on a math test, double check to make sure that you have copied the problem correctly from the test booklet. If you are reading the problem and it says 400 plus 20, and you copy down on your scratch paper 400 plus 2, and you write the answer down as 402 instead of 420, you're going to be really confused when you get that paper back and it says you got it wrong. And not only that, so will your math teacher will be very confused too. Make sure you copy the right answer or the right problem down. Line up place values correctly on your scratch paper, thousands, hundreds, tens, ones, and so on, or the answer will be incorrect. If your answer does not match one of the choices, reread the problem, recopy the numbers, and try solving it again. A lot of times, guys, sometimes if you can't figure out in math, if you try and do it one more time, I usually get the right answer. But remember, guys, try it again. And this is what I do. You try it once. If it's wrong, retry it. And if it's still wrong, sticky note it and move on and come back. A matter of time. If any time remains, spend it on those questions about which you know nothing or almost nothing about. As you go back through, do not change all your answers though, because remember, like I said, your first guess is usually right. It's about time. Don't spend too much time rewriting or obsessing about the neatness. Don't worry if you run out of time, because a lot of times if you don't get it done, your teacher will let you come back in during another period, study hall, or maybe the next day. A lot of the thing about this time thing is you want to pace yourself, but you also want to have a good pace, guys. Like, you want to make sure that you're going fast enough that you'll get done in time, but slow enough that you won't get all the problems wrong. Final tips. If you're doing an Iowa assessments or something like that, fill in bubbles fully, write neatly, and erase stray marks. Because a lot of times, most times in this day and age, the tests are scanned by computers and they read the lead. So if you have stray marks, it can screw things up a lot. Double check the test number in the test booklet against the answer sheet every few questions to be sure you haven't gotten on the wrong number. For example, if you look, guys, and it said and you finished the test and you go back and you got one wrong and you accidentally skipped one, and all the other ones was the problem before, you got all those wrong. You're going to have to copy all those down again, and it's just going to waste a lot of time. So every once in a while, make sure you're on the right number. The death grip. If your arm tires during testing, it probably is due to the grip that you have on your pencil. Relax the grip and give those muscles a break. But do not do arm exercises during testing, as this will disturb others. Don't get up and start waving your arms around. People may laugh or look at you and you'll disrupt everyone's time. Maybe what helps for me is if you just stick your hand down below where you're sitting so no one else will see it and you won't bother anyone. Shake your hand a little bit, bring it back up, and continue the test. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. Remember, it's okay to not know everything. I don't want students to think that they need to know everything. Unlike class tests, these tests will have some questions designed to challenge the limits of your knowledge at a grade level above your current grade level. If you're in 7th grade and some tests you might be at a 7th grade level, they might be at a 9th or 8th grade level, because they're designed to challenge where you are and see, do you know this stuff or do you not? And this is for teachers, guys. Test the best. Teachers, lesson plans and activities to prepare students for standardized tests are very important. A lot of times you don't want to just throw a test in front of the student and say, here you go. They will most likely get it wrong if you haven't gone over any of this stuff. Lesson plans, assignments, and activities are very, very important, so students are prepared for this test. And this will wrap up my video, guys. Thank you for watching.